Hello and good evening. My name is John. We're playing Summer Fling as part of my Steam cleaning series. We're going to game my Steam library eventually, then eventually rate and or review them to people play time. I don't quite know what to give it. I think it's not a random, but I'm willing to bet this is a visual novel. An adult anime visual novel. Shrug emoji. Hit start. Choose name. Kasumi. Perfect. Another year down. What is this font? The last day of school had ended almost an hour ago, and I was taking my usual trip through the park home. I took a deep breath, and the sweet air of summer, I don't think people talk like that, filled my lungs. Any thoughts and worries of my college exam disappeared. That's me, Kasumi. The exam, am I talking or thinking? The exams determined which colleges we could attend. Our scores were important, and yet it was such a beautiful day I couldn't let those feelings linger. Summer break was here. Am I saying this, or who's the we? I threw back my head, having walked this path for so long, my legs took over, and I smiled upward at the sunlight. I wonder if the weather is as nice down by the lake house as it is here. I'm sure my parents wouldn't mind me spending the weekend up there, even if they are out of town. They probably encourage me staying there. What good is a beach house if you never use it, right? I have no plans on attending summer classes or cram school. I don't see any reason to stay in town. That's it, I'm in my mind. Visions of the beach and a nearby town float in my thoughts. Perhaps this year suddenly I slam into something solid. I stumble back a few paces, look ahead to see two of my classmates. I blush, slightly embarrassed. Oh, sorry, Yuki. Sorry, Sakai. I didn't see you there. Yuki gives a slight smile and a little laugh, waving off the apology. Sakai places her hands on her hip and gives a sly smile. Sure you didn't. We take this path practically all the time. I shrug slightly, still dusting off my pack and hiking my bag over my shoulder. You do? I must have taken a dozen times and never ran into anyone before. You would think that since you always leave us so late. I laugh and scratch the back of my neck. Can you blame me for wanting to continue my studies a little longer than everyone else? Yeah. Sakai smiled, obviously joking. So what are you two doing here? What are you two leaving? Wait. If I left school and they left school, how is it possible that we collided because we were both leaving school? So if a train leaves Hentai Academy at 6:40 p.m. going at 25 kilometers per hour, and another train leaves at 35 kilometers per hour, how long will it take for them over? Okay. They have to crash. I signed up for cram school. It starts a few weeks from now. I was helping clean up the classrooms. Oh, sign-ups for today? I thought you couldn't sign up till after this weekend. I had thought of going, but I may have to give it a second thought. Hadn't thought if I choose to sign up, it'll be after this weekend. Yuki gave me a curious look while Sakai rolled her eyes. It's always on the last day, so you can start as soon as possible. No, you're not starting as soon as possible. Cram school doesn't start for 2 weeks. It's not as soon as possible if it's... You should have known that by now, Kasumi. In fact, I think you did, and you're just coming up with reasons not to go. Sakai paused, letting her sentence hang in the air. A light bulb must have clicked on Sakai's head because a sly smile appeared a moment later. That's it. You were planning this all along. You planned this all along, didn't you, Kasumi? Which one of us are you stalking? What? My eyes widen and I go red. Me? I couldn't. Sakai's laugh stops mid-sentence. I'm joking. I love seeing you go red. Burn red? It's cute. I laugh lightly, slightly embarrassed again, while Yuki smacks Sakai's arm disapprovingly. Oh, Sakai, you're so mean. Sakai shrugs and smiles. Sakai and Yuki have always been... What is with this bass line and drumming? They don't align at all. Like two songs overlapping. I've always known them for a really I've known them for a really long time. We talk a lot during classes, but they're usually surrounded by others outside of school. It'd be a shame if we went to different universities and we're not able to see each other as often. We could meet up over holidays, but these next few days are really the only ones any of us will have free. Wait a minute. I could invite them to the lake house before we hit the books. Which one's which again? This is Sakai. This is Yuki. For all intents and purposes, this is like the same model. Like their proportions and everything are almost identical. Like the only difference is hair color. Why did I get a fanfare? Sakai, would you like to come to my lake house for a few days? Yuki looked to the ground. It seemed like she wanted to hide. I'm not an artist, but something feels off here. Sadly surprised glanced over to Yuki. Suddenly I realized what I had said and mentally slapped myself. Wait, I mean, I'd like both of you to come visit together. I guess I'm just a bit nervous. I don't normally ask people to come with me since it's technically my parents' lake house. But with college exams around the corner, I figured we could use the time with friends before the chaos. The two girls look at each other, talking to themselves through their eyes. They look back at me, staring actually. I let out a slight laugh, getting nervous. Maybe I shouldn't have asked them. Was it weird that I just asked them? Well, it's the last few days before we have to study. He gives a mysterious smile. Who is she? Okay. I guess we could have a bit of fun at the lake house with no parental supervision. Yuki continued to look at the ground, but nodded her head in agreement. That'd be nice. Thank you for inviting us. Awesome. Thanks. I'm sure we'll have lots of fun. It's a really nice place to be around this time of year. How about we meet up at the train station? Does that sound good? Sounds like a plan. Yuki shuffled her feet and drew in a breath. Yeah, sounds good. The others moved to leave yet and stood there with what seemed like ages. I cleared my throat. Well, see you there. Scoot past them, trying to go away from the office silence. Don't leave us at this train station waiting on you now, Kasumi. I assume time passed, but like nothing happened during the train ride. The trees around the road swayed with the slight breeze as the sun beat down on us just to make us warm. So I probably will go ahead and attend cram school. I need help I can get, honest. Don't say that. You're smart, Sakai. You just have a rough time being organized and paying attention and studying, but you may not even need that because of how smart you are. Yuki has a point. You always got high marks in every class. Sakai shrugged. I still feel like I need it, just to be prepared if nothing else. I feel like I'll be fine studying in my own house at my own pace, you know? I would like to study at home. I'm worried that if I decided not to attend cram school, that I won't get into college I really want. Oh, please, Yuki. You're too smart for your own good. Yuki waved her off. You're just saying that, so I'll help you with your studying. Just because you're right doesn't mean I don't believe in you. He laughed in unison as he crested the hill that looked like road took us on. Well, sign-ups will still be available when we get back, so if you decide to go, you should be able to get in. So they were right. You could sign up after. So like nothing of this is logically sense. This is not a beach house. Or lake house. Maybe it's lake house. A little further down the road, we could finally see the lake house. Excited, we all picked up the pace, hurrying down the hill and taking in the sight. I take out my keys and fumble with them a bit. Need help finding the hole, Kasumi? Wow. Before I could answer, Sakai placed her hand on mine and guided the key into the hole. See, not so hard. She opened the door and sauntered inside. Yuki shrugged beside me. Sometimes you have to ignore her. And with that, when she walked inside as well. Well, this is going to be an interesting weekend and nothing else. What is this music cue? When all three of us got inside, we set our bags in the downstairs lounge. So the bedroom's upstairs, but there's only two, so I'll sleep here on the couch. Are you Kasumi? This is your house. Yeah, me and Yuki could share a room. I shake my head. Now I'll be fine. You guys deserve to bed to yourselves. Well, if you're sure. I am. The rooms are upstairs on either side of the hall. Thank you, Kasumi. Thanks, Kasumi. I smile and watch us head upstairs. I turn to the table and open a large door on the larger side and begin putting my things inside. The girls comes down the stairs whispering to each other. Oh, Kasumi, the house is absolutely lovely. Yeah, your parents have a great sense of style. That's all my mother's doing, interior designer. Girls nod and start wandering around downstairs. Pull a pair of my swim trunks from my suitcase, put them in the drawer, and my stomach grumbles loudly. So loudly, the soft conversation girls stop and they turn to me, eyes wide. Was that? So I keep pointing to my stomach, barely containing her laughter. Yuki's laugh bubbled out despite her hand over her mouth. Sorry. I laughed and waved off the apology. Don't worry, I'll grab something to eat when we head down to the lake. Sakai and Yuki looked at each other, embarrassed, etched in their faces. Actually, we didn't know swimming was permitted at the lake. It was my fault my family spent a summer at another lake one year. We were all very excited to go swimming, but it turned out we weren't allowed to. It was only for fish. It was fishing only. The only person who was happy about it was my father. So yeah, we didn't actually bring any swimsuits. You should have asked. I laughed lightly. Don't worry about that. There's a small town not too far from here. We can head up that way and get you girls some swim clothes and some food. 2 birds, 1 stone. Oh, I love little towns. They're so cute. It's a nice contrast from our lives in the city, isn't it? I smile and nod. Yeah, that's actually why I come out here as often as I can. To get away from it all. Anyway, we should get out before it gets too dark. Not a long walk to town, but it's still a walk. The girls smile and follow my way as I head into town. This is a very slow story. I end up going to the restaurant first. All of us agree that it'd be better if my stomach didn't interrupt the other shoppers. This all sounds so good. Well, some of it does. I'm not a fan of freshwater fish, which seems to be the dominant theme in this restaurant. I think it may have something to do with the fact that my mother could never cook freshwater fish right. It always came out rubbery. Saltwater fish is great at, but freshwater fish might as well get takeout. I didn't realize you have to prepare freshwater fish and saltwater fish differently. I'm not sure you have to, but it's always horrible. Even the cat wouldn't eat it. Let out a laugh that overpowered Yuki's soft giggle. Anyways, understandably, they don't have mostly freshwater fish being near a lake and all, but it doesn't mean I'll try any of it. Well, if you don't like fish, what do you like? Soups are my favorite. Not freshwater fish soups, of course, but it's simple and can be versatile. I think it's fun to take something so simple and make it amazing. So this character development is she likes soup. It's not even that hard either. Some spices, meat, vegetables, noodles sometimes, and there you have it. The fact that it's filling is a plus. The Kai patted her stomach and laughed, made me and Yuki laugh. What about Yuki? Any favorite foods? No, not really. I'm not very picky at anything. I always had a hearty appetite. Yuki mimics Sakei's stomach packing giggle. One thing I do like to do is never have the same meal twice. At least I try not to. Sometimes it's inevitable, but for time constraints or lack of options. But I love the mystery of it, never having tried it before and wondering if it'll be good or not. It keeps shifting back and forth. More often than not, it turns out delicious, but that could just be because my taste buds are so used to change. He laughed lightly and I couldn't help but smile. Oh, anything spicy as well. I could burn off half my taste buds because of that. That's my kind of food. I laughed surprise. I'm so glad I invited Yuki and Sakai. It wouldn't have been as much fun without them. Once seated, Sakai ordered a chicken dish while Yuki and I chose different fish dishes. So how long has your family owned the lake house? As long as I can remember, we came out every summer and I got older to let it become my own. Honestly, I like the privacy. So nice up here. I don't blame you if you want to spend some of it alone. I can. I hate being alone. I'd rather have my whole family laughing and spending time together than have to sit alone or swim alone. I can barely handle sleeping alone. I blush it. Again, this is now not the same font as you're thinking to yourself. I will just say out loud, I blush, and play with my fish a bit. Now it's changed again to thinking. I wonder if she knows what she's implying. I clear my throat. Oh, guess I was role-playing there, trying to find a way to segue the conversation away from sleeping with others. Also, Kai, does that mean you're interested in more special social job after college? Actually, I plan to be a chef. My eyes widened slightly in surprise. Really? Even though you don't like freshwater fish? I don't like to try a bite or two, and that's only if I don't get as good as I'd hope to be. The best chefs are in tune with the food they make. They don't have to continually taste. At least that's what I've read. I would never pay you someone who likes to cook. She's actually quite good at it, and a few of her dishes that she's cooked. Well, how about you, Yuki? What have you planned after college? Yuki blushed and pushed her fish around. You'll laugh. Thought that Yuki would think I would laugh at her aspirations. I placed a hand on her shoulder. That's a little forward. No, I won't. I promise not to even smile. Yuki giggled and took a deep breath. I'd like to be an engineer. I don't see anything wrong with that. I work with my hands, figure out how things work, make things even better. It's silly. I know such a male down the field, not very feminine at all. Wow. But I really enjoy learning and working in that field. No, it's not silly at all. You're passionate about that. It's a matter rule. She blushed, turning bright bleak. Oh, here we go. Which of us are you passionate about? I don't even remember who was talking. Kai? Oh, I dropped my part this other question. Look at both the same attention. Hope this doesn't make things awkward. Well, I really like Sakai, I guess. Sakai smiles brightly and mischievously as she won the prize while Yuki looks off to the side. Now things seem very awkward. Well, Gosh golly, did I pick wrong? I don't know, like... Sure, kiss her. We got dessert. This is a very slow story. All right. This is Summer Fling. I guess I'm picking the girl. The questions, the choices of ours have all been based around which girl I like. I don't know. I like the name Dogul, though. Not a lot of choices. Cheers.